what we were advising them, the wheels of government move a little slow, and it's going to be June before they're going to be getting their check. In fact, I hope everyone realizes that, because although they will pay them from January forward, it'll be the June check before Social Security can catch up with all of the key punch and all of the mechanics you get into in electronics to make it possible.
How are we doing with Social Security? Are we moving it along to help benefit these people as well as we could or we might?
Well, I'll tell you one of the biggest problems in Social Security. We haven't provided reserves for Social Security. What we've done, we've created a $525 billion deficiency, which means that we don't have the money. And what worries me is when we go into these welfare proposals, they bunch the welfare in with Social Security. Now, Social Security is a #1 responsibility in this government. We must always take care of the cost of living increase. And if we go into this guaranteed income bill, it's going to hurt Social Security.
I think it probably does a little bit. We've been expecting for several months that they were going to do a space spectacular of some type, because we've been hearing words about it. Also, we know that their tracking ships were out, just as they generally are before a flight. So we've been expecting some event. Exactly what they're going to do, I don't think we really know yet. They claim, of course, that they're going to put up a space station. It's unmanned at the moment, and they're going to assemble it and live in it a while. I think this is probably their next step. As you know, and we presently have planned in 1973 a space station of our own. It's called Skylab. We're going to launch it on the top of a Saturn V. It's going to go up and stay in Earth orbit, 235 nautical miles up. And we're going to visit it with 3 different crews, a total of 9 men that'll be in there at 3 different times. So there'll only be a total of 3 men in there at any one time.
Our best estimates at this time of what our revenue might be through the end of this fiscal year indicate that we might suffer as much as a $1 million under collection compared to our budgeted revenue estimate. Now, what this means is that if we continue spending at the budgeted level and suffer this $1 million loss of revenue or under collection of revenue, then our working capital, or float, if you will, would be reduced to a level that is entirely, by $1 million, to a level that is entirely too low for an operation of this magnitude.
Will there be any layoffs of city employees?
No, we don't foresee at this time any necessity of any layoffs of any city employees because of this financial problem. What we intend to do is to not fill any jobs, any vacancies that might occur during this period.
Is your home in Colombia?
Yes.
Where? Bogota?
No.
Where?
Barranquilla.
Barranquilla? Do you go to school in Barranquilla? What are you doing in America? Monica? Come talk to me. What are you doing in America? Tell me what you're doing in America.
I'm eating cake.
Very good.
the amazing tradition of leadership that you people seem to have made a part of your culture and a part of your community. I know of no other city in the country which can equal it, and it's something of which I think you should be tremendously proud, and I congratulate you. Eric, if you'll step up here, please, sir.
Thought for a minute you'd lost it.
On behalf of the National Municipal League, it's my great privilege and honor to present this to you on behalf of the citizens of Dallas. The League is very happy to make this presentation to you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Barry.
I think the initial challenge will be to analyze and determine what the docket of the court is actually. I've heard differing estimates of the number of cases that are over there. And first, I think it'll be necessary to find out firsthand what actually I will have to deal with. And certainly to confer with Mr. John McLean, who is with the District Attorney's Office and who has the supervisory authority over that court along with the other two county criminal courts.
Well, the doctor said she will be okay, and he can be cured, but she's not sure. He's not sure he can be cured, even cured. But for now, she will be happy and strong. I think she will be okay.
Do you feel gratitude toward anyone?
Yes, I feel gratitude from Dr. Bodo and the hospitals and all the people here in Texas. They are very kind and give me everything I need. I think the people here are very, very kind.
When are you going home?
I'm going Wednesday.
Sorry to leave.
Well, I'm sorry to leave that people, that very nice people here, Mr. Adel and Mr. and Mrs. Adel. They are very kind and they are very good people.
I hope that the years to come will see teams of equal strength and desire who will have what it takes to keep the goals that we've set up to date, fitting to the circumstances of the times to come, and well prepared to see that we are not caught napping by what happens when the unexpected does occur.
Well, the Conley Shiver machine, the ousting of the Conley Shivers machine is about a generation overdue. It ought to be done now. They've been there too long. They've been there for decades, and they've been attuned to getting money for the members. They all come out wealthy. And it's time the people had representation of people who will spend their time serving the people of this state for the salary that's paid and for the honor of the office, and not people who go in there to greedily amass a fortune in public office. This is hurting Texas all over the Union. Texas is the laughing stock of the nation, that one officer after another, not just speaking of people in there, what they've done is minor compared to the money some past people have carried out, but it's the laughing stock of the nation over how the public officers rake in the money. And one of the big newspapers in this area last fall, instead of denouncing this, said this has become a Texas way of life, and they kind of condoned it. The news media in this state ought to be demanding a cleanup.
Well, my concern with Vietnam is getting our boys home, and the sooner, I think, the better it'll be for America, and I think it'll be better for Vietnam. Over there, they have established, that was our original objective, was to see them build up their own army. And they have their army now, and I think we ought to just leave it completely with them. And I might say what really concerns me is the fact that while we've been in Vietnam, we haven't concentrated enough on our own defense system in this country. In fact, this year, we ended up actually cutting on defense. And it's time we started building defense for America. The real concentration should be on defense in missiles and on anti-ballistic missiles, and on doing everything we can. For instance, even in submarines, the only thing we now lead the Russians really on in the way of nuclear superiority, they're going to catch us on that in 1973. we've got to do more for domestic defense. We ought to be increasing our spending on domestic defense, and I would leave Vietnam with Vietnam.
You think we'll be out this year?
I wish we were out this year. I sure do. I think it'd be the greatest thing in the world for America if we could bring our boys home this fall.